We are live. Yes, 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 yes. Happy, happy, happy New Year. I am Robert Henderson, Jr., President, Founder, CEO of the Henderson Financial Group. And joining me here is my beautiful, wonderful, smart, intelligent daughter, Highest.
What's going on?
Are
you buffering?
Let me get my lemon ginger first of all.
Are you buffering in real life?
It's cold in South Florida.
I can't.
Anyway.
I went outside for my morning sun this morning. They say you should do that upon waking, and I was like, "What? What?"
Oh man, 67 years old. I never do that. But anyway.
Okay.
Again, I'm Robert Henderson Jr. I'm the president, founder, CEO of the Henderson Financial Group. And joining me here is my beautiful, lovely, smart, intelligent, succession plan, my daughter, my oldest daughter, Hyacinth Renee Henderson. How you doing, daughter?
Fantastic.
You're looking radiant and vibrant. Boy, that black melon don't crack.
It does not crack.
Oh my goodness.
When you don't do drugs and you take care of it.
You drink plenty of water, right?
Drink plenty of water, yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
You got to put in work,
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm telling you, if there's an easier way, I would have found it because my mother called me lazy all my my high school years. She said, boy, you're so lazy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how to do anything. You don't know how to wash. You don't know how to clean, do anything. I said, I'm going to be wealthy. And I tried the dog track, the horse track. I tried gambling. I tried to do all that. I did everything but drugs. And I tried to find an easy way how to make money. And there is never found it.
Never found it. But that is the way of life.
It's the way of life.
Anything worth having, anything that you want, you're going to have to work for it.
And it's amazing how you have 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds, 80-years-olds still thinking that, oh my God, it's my lucky day. My ship gonna come in. Yeah. Oh, I finally, I can get something for nothing.
Absolutely.
And it's really, I think naturally a lot of us continue to think, this is it. I can get something for nothing. I can give a guy $1,000. He's gonna give me $100,000 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's why so many scams are just
from adults and grown adults experiences. Yeah.
The scratch off. I can do this one more number and bam. I mean, when do you come to a point in realizations that you can't accomplish nothing worth having without putting in the work? There's always a price to pay.
Yeah. And a plan. So along with putting in the work, you have to put in the work, but what are you working towards? You have to be intentional about it and you have to create a plan, which segues right into what we do here at the Henderson Financial Group, which is financial planning. Lots of times people come to us and they have these desires and these goals and they have an idea of how they want their financial life to look. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
And then when we ask them how they're going to make it happen, sometimes people have a plan that is not well documented. It's not well outlined. It's a little pie in the sky-ish.
Right. It's hopeful, wishful
right.
Thinking, just saying it, just having a mantra, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to be wealthy. I mean, that's okay. But you have to put in the work.
Yeah. And I love a good mantra and an affirmation.
Oh, yes, you do.
I do. That is the energetic, the spiritual side of it. But I teach my clients and my people that you have to have a container for that. And in this physical 3D reality, that's the plan.
Right.
So you can have the mantra, the programming, the mindset. You can believe that you're going to manifest your goals and wishes and dreams, which is actually true. You have the ability to do that.
Yes.
However, that does not work without the groundedness, the container of the actual plan.
And that's the problem.
But that's why people come to us.
Yes, that's why we exist.
Yes, that's why we exist. That's why people come to us and they say, hey, I know what I want. Help me come up with the plan. So today we're going to talk about financial red flags to leave in 2025. I thought this was an appropriate topic. I came up with this title all by myself without the pre-approval of Mr. Henderson.
Let's see this.
And you all know that he usually approves and or
produces, directs, produces. Thought, okay,
he does, right? But I said, you know what? It's December 31st in the year of 2025. Tomorrow, in a few hours, we will be in 2026.
That's right.
So let us not leave and go in the same way that we're coming out.
Okay.
So let's talk about some financial red flags to leave in 2025. Our goal, our desire, our wish is that you listen to this episode, you see yourself in some of these red flags. And when you see yourself in these red flags, know that you're not alone and you can create a plan so that you don't carry these same red flags into 2026.
Good. Okay. What is one of the red flags that
I have these
comes
here written
to mind?
down. Let's see. A financial red flag. A good one is going to be.
Drum roll.
Here we go. Carrying credit card balances month to month while calling it temporary.
Oh yeah, kicking the can down the road.
Yeah.
In other words,
I believe that most people don't know how to use credit cards. So generally people have this
properly,
school
you say.
right properly how
Right.
to use them properly, because people will have this school of thought where don't use credit cards, they're bad, credit cards ruin my financial life, or they have this school of thought where it's free money, as long as I pay the minimum payment I'll just put it on the credit card and live my best life.
Yes. When you said that, I thought about how people will drink. If a person, if the drinks are free, they probably drink more.
Correct.
But if they have to pay for them, they say, okay, I can only afford 2 drinks.
Correct. Yeah,
That's
it's
okay in my mind.
psychological.
Psychological,
Yeah,
right?
psychologically.
So when you get a free credit card,
well, you're saying, wait a minute, you just gave me $10,000, $30,000, you gave me an Amex with no limit.
yeah,
And you
let me just go.
it's not money
charge,
that you had to earn and save and work for. So what people find themselves doing, some people can find themselves doing is saying, oh, I'm just buying whatever I want. I'll just pay the minimum payment. I don't care if I never pay this off.
Right.
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 And then sometimes people are recovering from that mindset. And so they get to the space where they pay off their credit cards. And then they're like, credit cards are bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to use a credit card. I am so grateful that I have my credit cards, especially when I need to dispute a charge.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Especially, and I always think it always reminds me, this is why I don't use my bank card, my debit card for things, because the bank, they give you especially Amex, baby, they're going to give you your money back immediately.
Yeah, don't mess with Amex.
And they say, oh, the process takes up to 30 days. 30 minutes later, I have an email. We have reversed the charge. And I'm like, fantastic.
That's right.
Fantastic. So let's talk about not carrying credit card balances month to month. And that's a red flag. Why is that a financial red flag? It's a financial red flag because you end up overpaying for the item that you originally purchased.
How so?
With interest.
And interest is a killer, because we see people come in here with credit card interest rates of 19%, 27%,
yeah,
29.99%, like 30%.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That means in 3 years, you done paid twice as much in interest that you owe. In other words, you're going to pay for that card. If you charge up $5,000, they're charging you 29.9%, which is roughly 30%. That means in 3 years, you done doubled the money. You done paid twice the amount.
Than the amount. So we want you to think about that. So that's the first financial red flag, to leave in 2025, carrying credit card balances month to month. And you may be listening to this and saying, Hyacinth, I don't have the money right now to get out of the credit card balance. We'll create a plan. That's where creating a plan comes into play.
And we got a great plan for that.
We have a great debt elimination plan. It will blow your mind. When people finally get with us, we sit down, we put in all their debt, and then they start to execute it. They feel a weight lifted off of them. They're like, wow, why didn't anyone tell me this?
I just had a guy that was paying for his car note, and he had high interest payments, and he's supposed to pay it off in 6 years. We just paid it off in 3 years.
Wow.
And he didn't make extra payments to the dealership, the credit financing. He actually paid into his financial plan. It produced enough to pay off the car in 3 years. So contrary to what most people think, they think if you owe $5,000 and you got to pay it all quick in 2 years, you got to actually put the money into the credit card. No. If you save the money in a savings and retirement investment plan, is a way to use that money to pay off the credit card.
Yes. And debt elimination should be your number one priority. Oftentimes people, they kick the can down the road. They don't want to think about debt because they just want to get in the game. They want to start earning money and investing their money. But if you think about it, if you're being charged 29%, 25%, 10, 12, 15% on a debt, and let's say your investment is earning you 4%, maybe 7%, are you really, if you look at the checks and balances and you take the time and look at your financial picture, are you really getting ahead?
No, you can't, because if you're getting 5% on your investments, but they're charging you 20% on credit card, man, you're at a negative.
Yeah. And most people think it's separate. They think it's completely separate. The mind says, oh, well, that's my credit card balance. I can afford the monthly payment. Maybe I can afford to pay a little bit more than a minimum payment. So I am doing well. I am doing good. And while you may be doing good, because you're not behind in your bills, there's always levels to this. right? So you can do better, you can do greater. So if you're saying, I'm paying the minimum payment, I'm paying maybe a little more than the minimum payment, and then you look at your investment statements, and you're like, yes, I'm earning money over here. In your mind, psychologically, you think that this is the way to build financial freedom. But then after some time, you'll start to understand that what you're doing is rowing a boat that has a hole in the bottom of it. And I like to share this with people because a lot of times people say, Hyacinth, I did everything they told me to do. I'm doing what they say I should be doing. But why does it appear that I'm in my boat and the rest of the world, whether it's somebody I know, somebody on TV, my colleague, I hear a lot about these colleagues and how they're doing financially, and people compare themselves. They're in their boat, but they are moving at a faster speed than I am.
Mm-hmm.
I get that question and they say, what's happening? I just feel like I can't get ahead. And when we look at their numbers, I say, oh, you got a hole in the bottom of your boat. Not only do you have a hole, you have several little tiny holes, meaning you have holes in your financial plan that you aren't even aware of. So you're just rowing and rowing and rowing, and you're not getting anywhere fast.
Right. And that's because you don't understand the big picture.
Yeah.
You're not looking, there's something called macroeconomics and microeconomics. When you're looking at the micro, you're just looking at that one incident. You're looking at that one credit card or this one investment or whatever. But if you look at the whole macro, the whole entire, then you can actually come up and say, exactly, in the end, you're losing or you're not, or you're winning.
Right.
And that's what you have to do. Really look at the big picture. So financial planning is not just looking at one particular area. It's looking at the whole area and coming up with a sum. And that's how you come up with your net worth. Because you can have, $500,000 or $300,000 in a savings account, but you owe $1 million, your net worth is still zero. So you got to look at the whole total sum in terms of financial planning. Because when you get ready to retire and then you want to just lay back, you need to live off the fruits of your labor and your investment, so to speak. The fruits of your labor is your investments, not shoes and pocketbooks and cars and stuff like that. It's supposed to be your assets. And that's the fruits of your labor, your assets, your net worth. What are you worth? And we get away from that, looking at our net worth. Most of the time we think about income, right? And income is really deception. It deceives you. Just because somebody's making $300,000 a year, but they have nothing saved, their net worth is nothing.
It's nothing. And we see this a lot in retirement. I had a call yesterday with a prospective client who is in her 70s, and she has $100,000 saved for retirement. She's retired and her rent keeps going up. All she has is $100,000 in a retirement account. And she needs some help. And so we had a conversation, and, I reviewed her statement and what she currently has and things like that. Cause she felt like she should be making more aggressive investments. And she didn't say the word aggressive. She said, I should be earning more money than I am.
But bottom line, she wanted more money.
She wants more money.
Right. How do I get that?
How do I get that? And I had to have this conversation and say, well, you're 71 and you're retired. So we call that the client profile. I have to look at your age, your time horizon, your stage of life, and putting you in a more aggressive investment that could potentially give you more money. If it does not give you more money, then I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
I'm the bad guy. And everybody's going to say, Hyacinth, why did you put this old lady? Now she old lady. Now she old lady, retired, right?
You put this old lady retired on the Cyclone merry-go-round.
Correct. Now, and I can't say she asked for this.
I know.
She asked for this.
She can say, look at her height. She can't walk. She crippled.
Correct.
And you want to put her on a Cyclone merry-go-round at the carnival ride.
Right. But she on my phone crying because she wants more money.
Yeah, she wants more action.
She wants more action. So I have these conversations all the time, believe it or not. And it always leaves me with the same thought. You can never go back.
No, because if she have a heart attack on that Go Fast ride, they're gonna blame you.
They're gonna blame me. And when I say you can never go back, I thought about this because you talked about people being tricked into thinking that their income actually is worth something.
Right.
It's not.
Deception.
Your salary, whatever you make, it's not. Because when I say you can never go back at 71, I am certain that she wishes that she would have saved more money towards retirement.
Especially with 30, 40, 50 years.
What? over that time, I'm certain that she wishes, she hoped and plead that she can go back and say, with all the income that I was earning, I wish that I would have earmarked $500,
Yeah.
$1,000 a month.
Yeah.
I could have bought less things. I could have did more, saved better, so that now when I'm 71, I have more than $100,000 to my name.
Yeah.
And I see this all the time. And I says, gosh, you can't go back. So one thing I want you all to understand is, as you go into 2026, understand that you can't go back. When the clock strikes 12, as Mr. Henderson says, if you don't wake up dead, if you are still in this simulation,
Impulse.
you can never go back. But what you can do is you can go forward. So if you're just joining us, we're talking about some of the things, financial red flags to leave in 2025. And the first one we started talking about is carrying a credit card balance. We gave the analogy of rowing a boat and feeling like you're going nowhere fast. And notice, you may be in the boat rowing, you're not in the water, you're not drowning, but you are in the boat and you still aren't achieving and getting to the destination that you want to get to. This is important because, as you would like to say, Mr. Henderson, you don't have to be sick to get better.
That's right. You don't have to. You think you're okay? No.
Mhm.
You could be better.
You can do better.
You always want to
Yeah.
do the very best you can, the very best you can. You want to say, are you really operating on full cylinders? Are you really, you have a 4-cylinder, or do you have an 8-cylinder?
Yeah.
Are you really operating on all that you have? And most people are not.
That most people aren't. And it's if you look back, normally you wish that you could have done better.
When you look back.
When you look back, my son, who just turned 15, I was having a conversation with him. One thing he wished he could have changed, and he said he wished that he would have taken soccer more seriously.
He said that now?
He said that.
Wow.
He said that. He said that last week on Christmas Day. We were at brunch, beautiful restaurant in Aventura, and he says he wished he would have taken soccer more seriously. And he's 15. And I thought that was so great for him because he's a good soccer player. People are always rooting for him. If he misses it, people are like, where is he? He's great in that circle. And I said to myself, I didn't lecture him in that moment, but I said, this is so good, because now at 15, he has a moment where he realized where if he would have done something different, he would have gotten a different result.
Oh, yeah.
Now, mind you, I used to tell him, boy, you should be kicking holes through my wall.
Yeah.
You love soccer. I'm the GOAT, Mom. I'm the GOAT, right? He would say he's the GOAT because he has a natural talent. But if you don't develop that natural talent, then you may not go as far as you want to go. So he would say this, and I would say, you need to get outside and play soccer. And he didn't. And now he's seeing some things, but I want him to hold on to that so that as he continues to grow in age, he will remember when he had a moment of reflection and realize you can't go back. So when you're talking about your retirement, when you're talking about your financial future, when you're talking about anything, I want you to just take a moment and say, what do I need to do now differently? Because one thing is for sure, and two things are certain, I cannot go back. You can only start from where you are.
All that. You can't go back.
Yeah.
Shoulda, coulda. There's a lot of people. I think almost all of us could say what we shoulda, coulda, wish we would have done better.
Yeah.
And it really, when you be honest with yourself, it almost always mentions money and savings.
100%.
Savings, money.
I should have saved more. And here's the simple exercise for you all to do. Think about your annual salary or your annual income. If you don't know what that is, a lot of people don't. You'd be surprised. And I say, how much you make a year? People don't know.
They don't know. They really don't. They just say, I know how much I get deposited in my bank every 2 weeks, but I don't know how much I earn.
So that's your first thing, to look that up. See what you earn a year.
Per year.
What has that been? And then I just want you to look back over all the years that you've been working.
And see how much money you've
earned.
How much you put, how much you've been paid.
How much you've been paid.
And how much do you have now?
What you got to show for it.
Oh man, that's a sobering moment. If you really think about it, you say, man, I've been working for 20 years and I've averaged $50,000 a year.
Or $100,000 a year.
Oh man, $100,000 a year. That's $2 million.
And when I open up my retirement account, my savings account, my investment accounts, when I look at my assets,
oh my goodness,
what do I have to show for it?
Yeah, and use control, and you control where that money went.
Yeah, you have the control. So I want everyone who's watching this video to do this exercise. It doesn't matter if you're watching it live or if you catch the replay next week or next month. I want you to stop and do that math, and then allow that to serve as a moment of reflection. Okay. Yeah. The second financial red flag that I want you to leave in 2025 is not knowing your monthly fixed bills number.
Oh, your fixed overhead expense. What's your number?
Right. Exactly. What's your number?
What's your number? What is your number?
And
I gotta have $5,000 a month. I gotta have $10,000 a month, come rain or shine.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know what that number is.
They really don't. That's
Yeah.
like saying you don't know how much your gas tank can hold
Yep.
in your car.
What does it require to fill up your tank?
Yeah, how much it requires, how much money you need to
Mhm.
fill up your tank.
Mhm.
And a lot of people don't know that, huh?
No, they don't know to get them to where they need to go. And knowing your number is so important because it will put you in the driver's seat. Think about it. Using your gas tank picture. If I'm in the back seat, I am not checking to see how much gas you have in the car. I'm not in the driver's seat. I'm not in control.
Right.
I don't even care how much gas your car takes. I never asked you that.
That's something. Because have you ever gotten an Uber and looked at the gas tank?
Never.
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 I never. Have you ever gotten a taxi cab? and
Never.
No.
Your car, anyway, I never get in the car and say,
That's true.
how much gas do you have?
That's
Do you
true.
know the route? How are we going to get there? Because I'm not in the driver's seat.
Right.
And when I'm not in the driver's seat, now when I get in the Uber, I am looking around. I'm like, okay, make sure the child lock not on. I don't got the tag. So I'm looking at, but I know I'm not in the driver's seat.
You're not looking at the gas.
I'm
tank
not
to
looking at
see
the
how
gas
much- to
tank.
see on quarter
I am in a position where I am a little bit vulnerable to the driver.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully, the driver has looked at the gas tank.
Hopefully. So when you think about your money, when you think about your financial present, you think about your financial future, you think about those resolutions for 2026, and you don't know your number, what it takes, your fixed overhead monthly expenses for you to keep the heat and the lights on, for you to have roof over your head, whatever your fixed expense, you are in the passenger seat, you in the back seat. Whatever happens, happens. You ain't looked at the gas tank. You got to check to make sure the child lock not on because something happened. You might have to stop, drop, and roll and get out. You don't know. You're not in control.
Yeah.
So the red flag to leave is you got to take some time and sit down and go over your numbers.
I don't want you to feel too bad
Mhm.
because probably half of the country don't know their numbers.
Mhm.
And that's why we exist at the Henderson Financial
Mhm.
Group. If you don't know your numbers, all you have to do is simply just give us a call at 305-825-1444. And I promise you, we will help you figure out your numbers. Don't be ashamed, man.
Yeah.
We're going into the new year. It's got to be a new you. You got to do
Mhm.
something different. If you don't know your numbers, and chances you don't,
Mhm.
give us a call, 305-825-1444. We will do a Zoom with you, a go-to-meeting, a conference call, and we will help you figure out your monthly overhead expenses.
Mhm.
Fixed.
It's important.
Your fix.
Put yourself in the driver's seat because then when you are in the driver's seat of your financial picture, you can decide where you want to go, what's the best route to get there,
How far to go?
how far you can go, if you need a tune up, if you need to get rid of some of this baggage that's in the car, you'll realize what you need to do. It puts you in the driver's seat, but you can only do that if you first take an assessment.
Puts you in control, man. You feel
Mhm.
so good. You know exactly how much money you can spend per month. It
Which
really-
route to take?
That's
Yeah.
a good feeling. You know,
Yeah.
I feel good. It's like cleaning the closet up. You know what I mean? Cleaning your room up and everything nice. And
Yeah.
you're taking a shower and, you're putting on your lotion. You just feel good,
Mhm.
man. You feel
Candle
good.
lit, got your
Yeah.
nice soft robe.
Financially, psychologically,
Mm.
man, you have to do that because most people just running ragged. Just
Mhm.
going. Not
Mhm.
really. And a lot of chaotic anxiety sets in because you're not knowing and being uncertain, man, really, and not having a clear mind, man, it causes you to do things that you shouldn't do.
Yep.
And things that you should do keep you from doing it because you don't know and you don't understand. But once you have a clear picture of you,
Mhm.
not nobody else now, not your cousin, not your sister, not your brother, but you're in a stronger position. You
Mhm.
can make clear decisions. You can even look at that job and say, okay, this is what I need. I don't need this job anymore. I
Mhm.
just helped someone. They called me and they wanted to know, could they retire? And they
Mhm.
gave me all their assets.
Mhm.
And I actually looked at their assets and looked at their investments and everything. And I said, if you really don't want to go back to work in January, you don't have to.
Wow.
They go, oh my God. I said, yes, based on
Mhm.
your standard of living, based on what you have saved, you've done a really good job. You really don't. You could tell that job, hey, I ain't coming back in January.
Yeah.
They were so happy.
Happy.
But what I really liked about them calling, because they wanted to get a checkup. It's like going to the doctor saying, I don't feel good. Give me a complete MRI examination. I want to scan. When you do that, you feel better when you at least come out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that's what we do at the Henderson Financial Group. We give you a financial MRI. Okay. We do a complete scan, let you know exactly where you are. And you need to know that, especially going into 2026, a new you.
A new you. It can only be a new you if you make changes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So we're going to talk about the next red flag that we're going to leave in 2025 is lifestyle creep. Every
Hmm.
time you get a raise, every time you get more money, you spend it. You increase your lifestyle instead of increasing your savings and your investments.
Oh,
We call that
here's a
lifestyle
guy
creep.
that was making $60,000 a year,
Mhm.
and he complained that he didn't have enough money.
Mhm.
So he prayed to God. He prayed, and
Mhm.
all of a sudden he got a job
Mhm.
making $100,000. And when he started making $100,000, guess what he did?
New car,
He went and bought a new car,
new house,
new
more
girlfriend,
vacations,
new jewelry.
yeah,
Oh
new
my God.
wardrobe.
And now his
Uh-huh.
standard of living is what? $100,000.
Uh-huh.
Now he's saying, "Oh my God, I
I
need
don't make enough money.
150,000."
Uh-huh.
And he's been doing that, creeping.
Uh-huh.
That's what you mean by what do you
Lifestyle
call
creep.
it? Lifestyle
Lifestyle creep.
lifestyle creep.
Mhm.
Creeping higher and
Just
higher.
creeping up. And most people don't realize it because you think more money, let me go treat myself. Let me increase. Now I have more money to do the things that I want to do. And so this really is an exercise in you thinking about what is it that you really not only want to do, but need to do.
I never heard that term, lifestyle creep. Did you make that up? Or does it sounds kind of, hip hop.
It's I am 44,
Yeah.
so and they may not 67, 44. It may not.
Children
what I
starting
mean?
to call you old now.
Yeah, can you believe it? Your grandson called me elderly. He said, "Oh, I was talking to them, and I said, you don't have anything to say?" And he said, "Oh, I thought you were just giving your elderly wisdom."
Oh man.
I said, if I'm elderly, what is grandpa?
Oh man, I guess I'm ancient.
Oh my gosh. I was like, wow. But no, yeah, lifestyle creep. Think about this. When more money comes into your reality, into your world, whether by a raise, an increase, a sugar daddy, the lotto, whatever it is, a rich boyfriend, a provider man, whatever. When more money comes into your world, how do you handle that?
Yeah, is that a chance to get more things and stuff,
Mhm.
material stuff?
To increase your
Or is it a
lifestyle.
chance to put away
Yeah.
and save
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
increase your net worth?
Mhm. And a lot of times when people say they're the nurse is there. A lot of times when people say that they're treating themselves, the question that I ask them is, are you treating your current self or your future self?
Hmm.
Now, this is important to know because
That is.
as I share with you about the 71-year-old lady, when she was 40 or 50, and I don't know her story, was she treating her current self or was she thinking about the future self? Are you thinking about the 50, 60, 70, 80, 90-year-old version of yourself? When you're treating yourself because you're earning more, you got a raise, which version are you treating? And I think putting that into perspective is really going to help you make different decisions in 2026.
I think that's good.
Another one is, a red flag to leave in 2025 is no emergency fund or one that only exists in your imagination.
Oh man, let's GoFundMe.
Carry that because I have to text Kyla.
Oh, okay.
Text me.
Yeah, that emergency fund or a GoFundMe. Really in this day and age, like I always say, and you all have probably heard me use this analogy when I said that we are much more powerful and we are better than a squirrel. And you do know in the animal kingdom, a lot of the animals, they preserve and they reserve food for the next day or the next winter. They really do. Now we are built and created to be superior over them. So if you got a squirrel that eat the nuts now, but save some later for the winter, certainly you, mankind, we're better than that. We can think. But it seems like squirrels are out thinking us because I don't see any squirrels starving on the side of the road saying,
we didn't prepare for winter.
We didn't prepare for winter.
We just did.
They just did. There's one who didn't prepare.
Right.
That's like there's one who didn't prepare for retirement for winter. You don't really see that, do you?
No, not at all.
But you do see humans
who are in dire situations,
homeless and in dire situations. They didn't prepare.
And so when I think about the emergency fund and some of the reasons why people may not prepare for an emergency fund, or I like to call it a save my life account. Hook, crook, or steal. What do you need to do? What can you touch to save your life without having to call someone else and without having to put it on a credit card?
Oh man, that's scary, right?
Yeah. Who could you do? And I've always been, especially for my ladies, you definitely need a save my life account, because oftentimes when I speak to women who are in situations where they're unhappy, whether it's a relationship or a job or a friendship or whatever another dynamic, they are staying in that relationship because they are not financially independent and they are not financially able to say, listen, I don't have to put up with this. They don't have here we go. Go ahead. They don't have a save my life account. And yes, men need this too.
You're right.
But women more than ever, you need this, because as we know that women can be seen as victims, can be victimized more easy, can be seen as prey. Let me rephrase that.
Times have changed.
The times have not changed in that regard. A lot of times women can be seen as prey. So here it is, a woman who needs some help and some assistance. Just the system that we live in, the world that we live in, she has got to be very careful and very strategic about who she goes to for help and the help that she receives. Because I just had to fire my pool man, because I'm like, why are you talking to me like this? And I pay you. As a matter of fact, and I said to myself, if I had a man right here, you wouldn't be talking to me like this, and I pay you.
Well, and you make more than him.
The pool man.
But that's just his masculinity.
But so
financial facts, women are far more focused on security than men.
Some of them, yes, but not all. This is why I preach this. As a woman, you have got to have a save my life account. I was able to tell him, I just listened to him. I just looked at him, and I am doing all the voiceovers in my head, but I knew he was fired because I had the money to get a new pool man.
Did you say, well, you don't have to come back no more?
No, I didn't even say it.
Oh.
I just looked at him and listened to him, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is not going to go the way that you want it to go. But when we talk about the purpose of an emergency fund and a save my life account, I start talking about, for women, I call it a save my life account. Every woman should be thinking about that. If you need to move, if you need to leave, what can you touch without having to do some strange things for a small piece of change? What can you do? What can you reach? What can you do? So then I think about, in the grand scheme, emergency funds, the average person does not realize or have not gotten to the point of their consciousness where they understand that in life, the stuff is going to happen.
Yeah. No, you're right. Because I was just talking to a young lady who said that she used to only date fast money guys.
Mm-hmm.
And she said they used to buy her and give
everything.
Her money.
Good time.
That's right. And she said that they used to go shopping and they wanted her to buy this and that. And she said that's all the type of men that she used to date. You had to have fast money, whether it's ill-gotten gain or whatever.
Because you spend it fast.
For 20 years, she did that. Now, she's born again Christian.
Oh, wow. So she got to get a regular dude.
And now, you know what her biggest regret is?
Not saving none of that money.
Not saving none of that money.
Yeah.
She said, Rob, oh my God.
Yeah.
She said, I would go into the store and spend $5,000 and $10,000 at the high-end stores. She said, if I would have saved that money. But now she's look at it, and that's regret. You go back because she was living in that lifestyle. She was living in her present self instead of her future self. Now her future self saying, oh my God, look how much money I blown.
Yeah. You was a fool. You should have did better. But if y'all, again, you can't go back. Make that a mantra.
Yeah.
Tape it to your forehead, tape it to your mirror, put it in your journal. You cannot go back. So that puts things into perspective about what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
You can't go back. So when we think about an emergency fund, understand that life is going to happen. And oftentimes, if you have not gotten to this point of consciousness where you realize this is a part of the journey of life, when things happen to you, you take it as when things happen for you, you take it as things happening to you, and you start moping and, oh my gosh, you start harping on the problem and things like that. If you just navigate it through life, starting now, going into 2026 and beyond, and just say, you know what, something's just going to happen. That's just the way that this journey is played.
Right.
That's just, if you think about Monopoly, when you go around the board, you roll the dice and you move your pieces, that's just the way the game is played.
Right. And it's just a fact, because right now is December 31st, 2025. I promise you, there's going to be a December 31st, 2030.
Yeah.
5 years from now.
Yeah. This is just the way the game is played. So if you say this is just the way the game is played, where things are going to happen, unexpected things are going to come up, emergencies may happen, health, home, children, things are going to happen. Then you can say, just as hopefully you have a budget. If not, that's something that you need to do now. Just as I got to pay my light bill every month, just as I got to wake up and brush my teeth in the rising, just as natural as I wake up and brush my teeth and floss and use the water pick and all that, I am going to fund my emergency fund. If you make it a part of your everyday life, just as is simple, just as routine as me using the bathroom and then getting toilet tissue to wipe myself, I'm going to fund my emergency. If you do that, oh my gosh, your life will change.
Yeah. So just imagine right now we're in 2030.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but right now we're going back into the past.
Mhm.
So now we're looking at 2025. You have a chance right now,
Mm-hmm.
if you hadn't done it, to start right now,
Mm-hmm.
because 5 years is coming, and you want to be able to amass as much as you can
Mm-hmm.
in your savings and investment for your emergency fund, for your cell phone, for your standard living fund. You want to start doing it now, because 2025, 2030 is going to be here.
It's coming. And the greatest gift that people have and they take for granted is time.
Oh yeah, and nobody can buy it.
You can't buy it. And you can't go back. Like that thing is like bringing it. So the greatest gift that you have is time. So if you think about that, you say, okay, if I'm going to start right now on January 1 or December 31st, 2025, whenever you want to start, you may start right now. Y'all blowing up the phones, you're calling, you're opening the accounts, you're funding the accounts, not just opening them. And you're starting right now. When you look up in 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, 40, 60 months, 5 years, you're going to be like, wow, I'm glad I started.
Right. What did I do now?
What, or you can be in the school where, oh man, I should have started.
Yeah.
I should have done that in this sense. Let's move on to the next one. I think you're going to like this one. A financial red flag to leave in 2025 is treating your tax refund like it's a bonus instead of evidence that you overpaid.
That's right. That's right. And most people, you ask them, you say, how much you got back? Well, I get back $10,000. And first thing, they're happy and gloat about it. They get that. They get back $10,000 as a tax refund. And I look at them and say, oh my God, you poor thing. You really overpaid by that much. You miscalculated. You really gave the federal government, who wasted a lot of money. You actually gave them more money than you're supposed to. And now they're refunding it back, and they didn't give you any interest. They gave you less than the bank. Then nothing. They didn't give you nothing. And then you have to actually do your return in order to get it back. You didn't have to give it to them in the first place. But it says, I didn't know. So I claimed zero instead of claiming myself. You should never claim zero. I'm telling you. When you claim zero, you're saying you don't exist. So the federal government, the system, will take all your money. And hopefully, if you don't drop dead in the meantime, you'll get it back. A lot of people died and they claim zero.
And they didn't get anything back.
They're not getting them back.
An exercise that I like to have clients do is when they're excited about their large tax refund, I ask them to look and see how much they've saved or invest over the prior 12 months. So that means if you're getting a $10,000 tax refund, did you save $10,000 last year?
No.
Right? If you're getting a $5,000, did you save?
No.
And I'm not talking about, as one of my younger clients, I love her so much. She teaches me new terms. I'm not talking about a soft savings. Baby girl said a soft savings is when I put it in my savings and I transfer it to my checking account. It's not my hard savings, Miss Hyacinth. It's my soft savings. I'm like, girl, what?
Wow.
Right. So I'm not talking about a soft savings. Did you save or invest the amount in which you are getting back and in your tax refund?
It's amazing. When they get the tax refund back that they overpaid, they immediately go and spend it.
Like a bonus.
Like a bonus.
Like a bonus.
And it would have been better if the IRS says, we're not gonna give you a refund, we're gonna save it for you. Like a child. Like Big Mama save money for the little kid.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Oh my God.
No. And they hold your money all year interest free.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they do. All right, let's do one more. It's 40 minutes in. Let's do one more, and then I'm going to give you 3 things to shift into. Okay. I had 2.
Okay.
So the first one is dipping into retirement accounts for non-emergencies. Okay. We're going to leave that red flag in 2025.
Okay.
And the second one is consistently paying bills late, even when you have the money.
Wow, man.
2 red flags to leave in 2025.
That's a bad habit.
It's psychological.
Yeah, it really is. It's being late and psychologically paying because it really messes up your credit.
And you get charged late fees.
Yes, you do.
That's the thing. A lot of people, and I say, why don't you have this on automatic drafts?
And people discriminate. Believe it or not, you get discriminated big time by having bad credit.
Oh, of course. I mean, what else are they going to judge you based on? Your word?
Yeah, and you're like, oh my God, my credit is jacked. You know what I mean? I mean, and then when you're behind, like you said, those late fees.
The late fees. Why are you consistently paying your light bill, your cable, all your bills every month? Why are you paying them late and you're being charged late fees?
Yeah, I've had people come to the office here and they actually have money.
That's who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to the people who are saying, oh, I don't know, if I was going to have enough to pay the light bill. We are talking to the people who you have the money to have your bills paid on time, ahead of time, and you're paying them late. That is a poverty consciousness, a shift in mindset that needs to happen immediately.
Yeah, it is a poverty consciousness.
Correct.
Poverty consciousness, holding on, just don't want to pay, don't really want to pay what you owe.
Yeah. But that goes against universal law, goes against principles, because you cannot get something for nothing.
Yeah. And it's amazing. I'm blown away by how many people at the age. I mean, if you're 16 years old, you probably don't understand that you can't get something for nothing. But people that are like over 40 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, 60, 70, people still psychologically deep down still think there's an inkling chance that they can get something for nothing.
Yep.
That they can win the prize.
Yep. And we see it, and they come and they tell us what happened, and we give them counsel and advice and things like that. And I was just like, wow, you thought that this was free. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not
they really do. And it's amazing. As you get older and as you go in higher consciousness, you realize that there's something called, there's something called supply and demand, so to speak. And there's something that whatever you put in, what you put in is what you get out.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to earn that. There's a cost. There is a cost for everything. Now, the cost comes in different ways. I'm not just saying monetary cost. There is a cost, a sacrifice, a trade-off. That's a yin yang. It really is. There's nothing under the sun that does not deal with a yin yang, so to speak. Cause and effect. Cause and effect. What caused this? What is the effect? I mean, it really is. Once you start learning the system, how cause and effect, what you put in is what you get out of life. That's why they say, there's a saying that says, we get what we deserve. I mean, think about it. We get what we deserve. If you like this administration, if you voted for this administration, and you voted for this administration to be in power, you caused it. So you deserve it.
You got to go with it. You got to go through the motions. You got to go through it, right?
So apparently there were more people that voted for this administration that caused this to happen. So there should be more people praising.
Yeah. But I think it's a wonderful, it's a hard lesson that people will get. Some people will get, some people won't, but it's a hard lesson. It's almost like we told you not to do this. Like if your parent told you not to do something and you did it anyway, and you went through and now you have to suffer the consequences or experience the consequences. This is because oftentimes people do not learn by being told. They learn by doing. So you can tell people this is going to happen. Watch out. Don't do that. If that was the case, people wouldn't be doing drugs. Don't do drugs. Nobody would be in jail if people said, we're going to listen to what you tell us not to do. They do it anyway because they go through and, I'm different. I have, I can skirt the system. Yeah. I'm smarter. I'm this.
I'm smarter.
So people collectively don't learn by being told. They learn by doing. So whatever is happening in the world, when people, I was having a conversation about this administration. I said, this is such a beautiful experience for humanity.
Cause and effect.
Oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful experience.
I think that if we understood it goes right. Financial planning is 100% cause and effect.
That's it. Yeah.
I mean, it really is. And if you don't understand what I mean by cause and effect, you look at your life and, the things that you do will come to surface. It will come to fruition. And whatever you cause to happen, it comes, and the effect of it comes at different times of your life. I mean, here's a guy that when he was in his young 20s, he just drugged out, drunk, drinking out, smoked out, just abused his body. And by the time he was 40, 50, he straightened up. But then when he got in his 60s and 70s, all that early cause came
right.
back.
That's right.
And it affected his life. There's one thing for sure, just as sure as you sitting here looking and listening and seeing Hyacinth and myself, no one can change or avoid what you've caused. The effect is going to show up. You can try to hide, you can try to run, but that is pure, and that's a fact. Just like the sun,
it's gonna rise in
it's
the
gonna
east
rise
and set in the west.
Yeah, you don't need no college degree for that.
Yeah, but here's the thing: and cause and effect does not care about your amnesia.
They don't care about it.
It doesn't care about the fact that you forgot that you did this or didn't do that.
Yeah,
It does not, like. That is the most mind-blowing thing to me. I am officially at the state where when things happen, I'd be like, ooh, that's gonna hurt. Like, to me, or experiences, I'm like, okay, you sure you want to do this? Because I know the effect on the other side. And people oftentimes forget. You forget, like Ms. Henderson, you gave the example of the person doing drugs up until they cleaned up at 40 and now they're in their 70. Oh my God, why is this happening to me? Baby, you forgot you was high as a kite 7 days a week
and you
in the 90s. You forgot. I understand for the past 10 years, you've been eating right and plant-based and all these things like that. Right. So I want you to think about that with anything in life. There is cause and effect. And although you don't see it, it's going to happen. And a lot of times humans make the mistake of falsely believing or thinking that the cause and effect has to be in a way that you can understand. Like if I do something to Mr. Henderson, there's going to be an equal response directly from him.
Right.
Now we're getting into a little bit deep depth that we're talking about karma and cause and effects, right? If I do something to Mr. Henderson, most of the time he's on his Zen stuff. It's okay. It's all right.
That's right.
Don't worry about it. So I may falsely make the mistake of thinking that, oh, I did something to him and he didn't even do nothing back. I stole from him. I slapped him. I did, and he didn't do anything back. So now the amnesia kicks in and I'm thinking, oh, I got away scot-free. Until down the line, something else happens. And most of the times humans do not even connect the dots and say, oh my gosh, this is the effect of something that I did to Mr. Henderson 5 months, 5 years, 15 years ago. They don't even make the connection. But I want you to know that nobody ever gets away. So when people are, oh, woe is me, like this,
and it always seems like
you caused this, baby.
When you're doing the cause, you really can't. When you actually causing it, it's kind of hard. Matter of fact, you can't really see the effect. I'm gonna say this again. When you cause the cause, when you do something, universal law says you really can't see the effect. All you have is belief and faith. And I thought about Hyacinth. You just bought a property that's over $1 million. Now,
well, thanks.
You just bought that property. Now,
okay.
10 years from now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're gonna, you want to say, I don't pay $1 million for that property, but 10 years from now, you're gonna see that effect.
Yeah. And during the property search process, I was able to look at the other properties and where they're valued now and say, dang, you bought this for this and now it's this.
Right.
And so I know that that's the way that it's going to keep going.
It's been like that for the last 100 years, 200,000 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been like that. Like the duplex that I bought.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I was 21 or 22 years old, and I bought it for $70,000. When I bought it for $70,000,
that was a lot of money.
That was a lot of money, and I did not. I couldn't even conceive one day that my child That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And now that property is over $600,000.
Over 600,000.
And you
Over
control that property.
600,000.
But when I did it, that cost, I did not know the effect.
You didn't think in a million. You thought, you felt that, and it was for those times that 70,000 was a lot of money.
That's fine. So we're talking about this, but we're really talking about financial planning right
Yes,
now.
financial discipline,
Right
financial
now.
foresight,
Right now.
and what you need to have going into 2026.
Yeah.
You gotta have financial foresight.
That
If
cause and
not,
effect. Ooh, man.
yeah, you're gonna be looking. And again, what do I say? You can't go back. No matter how much you plead and cry and wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. You can't go back.
But
You cannot.
I can see how, because when you do cause,
Mm-hmm.
the universe have it where there's no evidence that you can even imagine the effect.
But that's why you're supposed to be studying and working on your consciousness, which is why we bring these types of conversations and we merge them with financial planning. Because if you're just looking at things of face value for what you can see, you are
missing.
living life with a blindfold.
Yeah, you're missing.
If you're navigating through this human time space reality based on what you can see, based on only what your mind tells you and what you believe, what you can accept as truth, you are behind the 8 ball. You are in a boxing match with your hands tied behind your back and you don't even know it.
Right.
And I want you to really understand that and apply it to everything in your life. Like, wait a minute, if I'm only going by what I see and what I've experienced, listen, here's the thing. Your brain and your nervous system is going to tell you what feels safe and comfortable. They're going to nudge you to what's safe and comfortable only based on what you've seen and your past experiences. So if you only do what's safe and comfortable and this feels good and I want to do it this way, if you only do that, understand that you are limiting yourself because there is so much that you have not experienced and so much that you have not seen.
Ooh,
you can't even fathom.
No.
So if you're only, it's comfortable for me to save $50 a month.
Oof.
It's comfortable for me to save $100 a month. And you can really be uncomfortable and save $500 a month.
Yeah.
10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line. No sense in you complaining about the world and things are going up and prices going up and it's a shame and real estate too high and all the other things. There is no sense in you doing that because you have to take some ownership and say, what was the cause? How did I cause this? How did I cause myself to be in this position now? 10 years, 5 years, sometimes 12 months down the line, because it come back on you quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And nobody can escape the fact.
Nobody can escape it. And who's going to save you? Like who's going to?
You can't go back.
You can't go back.
I mean, think about it. I wish I could have back in when I was 23. I wish I could every year. I wish I could have bought a property.
Right. Like, why am I focusing on this stuff? I should just be buying real estate.
Right.
That's it.
I should just be buying, you know?
That's it. Yeah. But in those moments, then, you know.
But that's how financial planning works.
Yeah.
You know, when you're spending everything right now for here and now, but here and now is not going to be here and now 5 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
Here and now is not going to be here 10 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
Here and now, everything is going to change. The cost of living, everything is going to change. Everything must change.
Mm-hmm.
It must not stay the same. It's impossible. It is a universal law. Everything and everyone will change.
If it's not changing, if it's not growing, it's stagnant and it's dying. Just think about that. If it's not growing, if it's not changing, it's stagnant. We're going to leave you with this question for yourself, and you can drop it in the comments if you'd like to. And shout out to everybody that's on here. Hey Shay, I haven't seen you in a while.
Shay.
Hey Niket Grant and Miss Redhead. I do have my glasses. They're just not on.
Yeah,
they're not on my face.
Yeah.
Who else we got on here? So we gave you a lot to think about. And as you close out 2025 and go into 2026, I want you to make a decision. And this decision is going to be to decide what you're going to optimize in 2026. Just choose one. We talked about knowing your number. We talked about savings and investing. We talked about retirement. We talked about cause and effect. We talked about the fact that you cannot go back. What are you going to optimize? Is it going to be your cash flow? Is it going to be debt? Are you going to optimize the way that you relate to debt, your relationship with debt? So as you close out 2025, I really want you to think about that.
Yes. I want you to plant a seed.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to deal with change. And if you feel like you good, no.
Mm-hmm. You can always get better.
Always get better.
Yeah.
When I bought a piece of property, when I was 22 years old. I thought I was good. But now I look back, oh man, I should have did better.
Yeah, we always say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We always
really do.
we
'Cause
always say
time
that.
will let you know that you can always and you could have always done better. So always focus on that for
Mhm.
2026.
But that's the spice of life. That's what keeps things spicy.
Yeah. And keep
Keeping
on
you
pushing.
exactly. Keeping you
pushing.
pushing
Don't
and
be content.
striving.
Don't be content.
Exactly.
Don't be content. You're supposed to be all you could be. That's the prayer you want to pray. God, please open my eyes to see the things that I cannot see and understand, and give me the wisdom to see and understand.
Notice he didn't say pray to say, oh God, please, please, please give me this, give me that. Oh, give me this, give me that. Let me have this. I really want this. No, because praying for the thing instead of praying for the wisdom and the consciousness to be able to recognize the thing, to be able to relate to the thing, to be able to navigate the thing, you're going to find yourself in a bad position. You got your collard greens, black eyed peas, and
Black eyed peas.
you got that ready for the new year.
Yes, and I will be in church service tonight.
You still going to church?
Yeah, man.
Good for you.
Every New Year's, I bring in. That's hey, that's you gotta come and go with me this New Year's.
Y'all be in
Eve.
there at midnight?
No.
What time y'all get? Because I gotta be sweeping my front door.
7 o'clock.
I gotta have my greens.
Seven. I'm gonna go 7 tonight. 7 tonight.
What time you get out?
9.
What time is over? Okay.
Yeah.
I might go.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
I gotta get my.
I'm trying to convince your 2 sisters to go.
I haven't been. Oh my gosh, in 15
They're like,
years.
nah, but it'd be good. I'm telling
Do
you.
we still do the paper, the burning bowl?
Yeah, they still do.
Wow.
That. I mean, I don't really do that because I already know what I'm doing, but I'm good with that.
So what you go for?
I go and I put in my, my give to the church, my contributions.
Oh, this your.
You have to say, but anyway, I contribute.
Okay, like as long as we're out, I gotta check, what plans I may have.
But anyway, hey, happy New Year to each and every one of you all. And I hope it really is a new you. I hope you're not bringing your same old consciousness, the same old your same old self
into 2026.
2026.
And
Don't do that.
The beautiful thing about it is you can decide to be somebody different.
You really can. You're the director, you're the producer, you're the actor, actress. You are
the writer,
everything of your life. You can make the change.
You're on wardrobe.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, this one for sure.
I come
never know who's Barbie doll. You don't never know who's gonna come in.
It's so fun. He'd be like, "Oh, look at you!
Look
Yes,
at you,
just
look at
up."
you.
But this is so important. It's so important. You can shift your identity. We're going to talk about wealth identity, but you can shift your identity. And if you keep showing up the same way that you have been showing up and doing the same things that you've been doing, you're not going to change.
You're going to repeat the same thing.
You're going to repeat. So as you say, she's like, you know what? You also need to be choosing which character you're going to play in 2026. I choose all the time as Miss.
Yes, you do.
I just been like, today I'm going to be this.
Never know. All right. Much love to you. And hey, let the new year be a new you. Remember, you can always call our office so you can get your financial house in order. And you need to know your numbers. You don't have to figure it out by yourself. You are not alone. That's why we're here to help you. This is our business, what we do. So call us at 305-825-1444, or you can go on our website. You can go to hendersonfinancialgroup.com.
Yes. And next Wednesday, you're going to be in Orlando at a conference.
I'm be at a financial conference for
first
top of the year.
Top of the year. So we won't be here next Wednesday. We'll be back the Wednesday after.
Yes.
Shay says, why do I feel like this whole episode was for me?
Because it's the truth.
Absolutely. And what's for you will never miss you. So if you tuned in and you said, wow, this is for me, don't just take the information and click off and go on and be the same old you were before you invested an hour of your time watching us.
Yes.
Take it and say, oh, okay, now I get to be somebody different.
And don't be afraid to make change.
Yeah.
Change is good because you already know what you're working with. So you might as well go to the next level. Don't be afraid.
Yeah. And it's so much. Oh, I can talk another hour about.
Yes, you can.
There's so much available to you.
Yes, you can.
And there are no rules. That's another thing that this administration is teaching you. Like, you can do whatever you want to do.
Yes.
Like, if you should be like, wait a minute, you see our president put his name on the man. You
ain't seen nothing yet.
You should be like,
more to come.
I could fly, I can do whatever I want to do. And that's important for you to know because you have gifts, you have talents inside of you that you are not activating because you're afraid, you're scared, you're fearful, you're timid, you're thinking about this and do it and shot this man and put his whole name on this man building.
But I'm telling you, one of the ingredients that he had, what he talks about, he thrives on is money. So you all take a cue. Don't be spending your money on things
Yeah.
and stuff that's gonna fade away. You
Yeah.
need your money to be your strength to help you so
Yeah.
you can make things change.
Yeah.
You need that. So stop wasting. Direct your money for yourself and build your net worth. If you don't know how to do that, call
305-825-1444.
Peace,
See you next year.
love, happiness.
And
Be safe.